The new Almaden Quicksilver Mine, with its amazing wildlife, unforgettable views, and tons of trails for new, exciting adventures. It used to be the largest quicksilver mine in all of California, 4,147 acres of land, where 83,974,076 pounds of mercury was extracted from the property. This place is where the mining operation began. This is the place where it all happened.
And I moved out into New Almaden in 1970 and got very much interested in the mining operation going on in the hills right next to where I lived. Every evening I went up into the hills to talk with the miners and got very, very interested. And when the county parks bought the Quicksilver Park, then I really got interested in making sure we had trails. I formed an organization called the New Almaden Quicksilver County Park Association. And in 1980, when the county bought the museum, our organization ran it until 1997, when the county bought Casa Grande, which is now the beautiful, beautiful museum. And we helped move it all here, and then we still run it.
Here at Casa Grande, which was built as the mine manager's residence with construction finishing in 1854, 160 years ago, we have 3 period rooms which are decorated in the 1890s, the latter portion of the Victorian era.
I think the mining, the room that has all the mining operation in it has wonderful maps showing you where all the tunnels and the shafts were. And oh, that's my favorite room.
From the mercury flasking and gold amalgamation exhibits to the blacksmith shop outside, the Almaden Quicksilver Mining Museum in Casa Grande shows us the history behind their successful mining operation. At the foot of the hacienda entrance, there is a rotary furnace and mining equipment.
Which is on top of Mine Hill. There are some buildings still standing up in that area.
When it comes to going for bicycle rides, instead of just kind of riding around suburbs and neighborhoods, you just kind of come out here. So that's how I got out here the first time. They got some cool history up here, but I think what comes before that is just being out in nature. It's always fun and just kind of get out there by yourself, get away from the sounds and smells of a city or more populated environment.
My wife and I have been through a lot of the county parks here in the Bay Area, and we found that the further out you go sometime, like in Quicksilver, you'll see a lot more wildlife. When I run, I am totally zoned out to what I'm doing at the time, but I'm listening for the vocalizations of the birds. And so to me, spiritually, it lifts me up. And by the time I run the hill up, or if I don't do a loop of 10K, depends on how strong I feel that day, then I run back down, I feel exhilarated. But in the meantime, I can hear all the birds, the red-tailed hawks, I can hear the scrub jays, and I can hear the broad-shouldered hawks, and I hear a lot of the smaller birds that I just know from vocalizations. And I take it all in and I enjoy it very much.
We really work a lot on the Yellow Kid. The Yellow Kid is a mining trail that had a tunnel and a shaft and all, called the Yellow Kid Mine. And it was named after a comic strip. The first colored comic strip in United States history was called The Yellow Kid. And he had a yellow shirt on, and he had jokes on his shirt. And so the miners were reading that one Sunday morning, and they opened up this tunnel, and it was yellow. And so they called it the Yellow Kid. So we built the Yellow Kid Trail for people to hike on. I think they're all my favorite trails.
I think it's overlooked. I can say that now. I mean, I run into people up there, a lot of Oriental people, a lot of the older Oriental people, because they do Tai Chi and things like that, but they also walk with their families. It's very, very healthy.
We get long-time San Jose residents visiting here who didn't know that this place even existed. With 3 different residential areas here, and perhaps at the height of its glory, with maybe about 4,000 total residents, people just aren't aware that we're here.
The San Jose Mercury News was named after the new Almaden Quicksilver Park's mercury mining operation. From the Casa Grande Museum to the ghost towns left from the mining operations, the Almaden Quicksilver County Park is a hidden gem in the Silicon Valley.